Hi, it's Terry Gaines. I want to give you some assembly tips on these cute candy holders made with supplies from the September 2020 Paper Pumpkin. The Paper Pumpkin kit has a wide variety of materials in it, including some adhesive strips, mini glue dots, some dimensional, some baker's twine. I'm going to be using a lot of this product, and it also has a stamp set to make these candy holders. I'm also going to be adding some additional products to the supply list for this project, but the main part of the project is made with the cracker box double-sided pieces that you get in the kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by scoring this piece. It is already cut and scored, and it's got these diamond punch outs. I'll do that in a moment. But it's scored to make a cute little cracker box, but we're going to modify this. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep this piece by scoring it. I am going to use the Simply Scoring tool. You can use a paper trimmer to do this, but I like using the Simply Scoring tool, and so I'm going to show you using that. So what I want to do is along the long edge, I'm going to score this at 2 inches, at 2.5 inches, at 4.5 inches, and at 5. And I'm actually going to also rotate it, just turn it over and just rescore all of those. So it was at 2, 2.5, 4.5, and 5. Oops, just make sure I don't jump track on that. So once I have that scored, I need to cut this. You actually get, it's hard to tell probably in the camera right now, but there are 6 panels to this piece. And for this project, we only need 3. So what I need to do is cut it in half in this direction. And these are those punch outs I told you that can punch these out. And I left them in there for the scoring purposes. But now that I have that cut out, I am going to bring the paper trimmer in. So the paper trimmer, we have a scoring blade here and a cutting blade here. And what I want to do is line this up and cut this in half. So I'm just going to cut that. So now I have 2 pieces. Okay, so that prep work is done. Now the next thing we want to do is have a cardstock piece. This is going to be our main piece for the candy holder, and it is 2 inches by 8.5. For this sample, I'm going to use basic black. I have already scored this at 4 and at 4.5, so they're going to be folded like so. And we need to have these 2 ends punched, and I'm going to use the fancy tag topper punch and place it all the way in here and punch. What it does, it makes a fancy topper and then a slit for a ribbon. And that's the important thing. We need a slit for the ribbon. So I'm going to punch both ends, and we have that part prepped. And those are the 2 main pieces to this project. So now what I'm going to do is show you how I fold this. So I created 2 new score lines right here. So this is one of the score lines. This next one over was already there, and this was the other one I created. So the places I'm folding this are the new score lines that I have created here. So now it folds like so. Now for the adhesive, I'm just going to use my Stamp and Seal and apply adhesive in this main middle section here. And then what I'm going to do is fold this piece. This is the bottom. From that bottom edge up, I want to place this Designer Series paper that is actually the cracker box piece along the fold along this edge, approximately 1/4 inch up. You've got plenty of give there, but approximately 1/4 inch up. And then it's going to be wrapped around like here. And I find it's best to place some candy inside. So I'm just going to pull this candy out of here, and candy, or you can put your fingers in there, but it's easier to place the candy in here, and as you see, it's going to be wrapping around. So the way I like to do that is I fold this tab over, roll that down, and apply my adhesive, and then I can square the bottom up, watch the folds here, and trying to watch this and make sure I'm also on camera here. So I'm going to fold that like so. Okay, and now this piece is going to be folded down and wrapped around like so. So now I can go and put the adhesive on this side and put some adhesive here and wrap this piece around. And now these two pieces are going to almost meet up, but the adhesive really just went on wherever the opening was here. So the next thing I'm going to suggest you do, and you do get dimensionals in the paper pumpkin kit, is take a couple dimensionals. The goal here is to overlap the cardstock and the printed and adhere this tab down. Dimensionals are really a strong adhesive, and they will help keep all of this in place. So I highly suggest you use the dimensionals to adhere this flap down. And now we're going to take the candy out. That candy was only placed in there to help keep the form of the box. The type of candy you can place in here is a wide variety of different candy. And how we're going to do that is take a piece of ribbon. The ribbon needs to be cut at 12 inches. It is going to be placed through both of those openings. And here's an optional item you can do. You can cut an insert card. The insert card would be 1 7/8 by 6 1/2, scored at 3 3 1/2. And this could be of any color cardstock. You can stamp on it. You can write your to and from. So you can put the card in or just the candy. And I'm just going to grab a smaller candy bar. Either, like I said, candy and the card or just candy, and push that all the way down. What that did was it pushed the ribbon down. Now what I'm going to do is take some baker's twine. This is 10 inches of baker's twine, and you get white baker's twine and black baker's twine in the paper pumpkin kit for September 2020. So what I did was I tied that half knot, and then I'm going to do one more time, and then when I'm going to tighten this, and by adding that loop one more time, it secures your baker's twine so it stays secure so you can tie a bow. And here is what we have for the candy holder. Now you get to decorate this. There's multiple ways to decorate it. I've been having fun with a 2-inch circle punch, and what I like to do is add 3 dimensionals in the back, and I've been pretty much using dimensionals or the mini glue dots to adhere everything, and depending where you want to place it, you can place it higher or lower. Then I've been putting the cat on or the hat on. With this paper pumpkin kit, you get so many fun different things to embellish your projects with. And then we've got several cutouts with sentiments you can stamp. The stamps that you get with this paper pumpkin is for Halloween and for, I'm going to just place this right like so. We'll put the legs underneath. There you go. So here is a fun candy holder. And as I mentioned, there's several different kits or pieces to this kit. So I have several in here that were created with the stamp set. You can also use this for Thanksgiving. And what you can do too is you can put some Ghirardelli chocolate in here, or you can use designer series paper. So if you use designer series paper, your designer series paper is going to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/2, scored at 1 1/4, 1 3/4, 3 3/4 and 4 1/4, and it's going to be wrapped around very much like this piece was wrapped around. And the beauty of that is you can take another stamp set and create these for birthday, for any occasion. So there's all kinds of fun different projects that you can, or ways you can decorate this project. And it is a fun way to use your September 2020 paper pumpkin kit. So I hope you enjoyed this alternate project. And if you found me via YouTube, you can look in the comments section for a direct link to my blog post where you'll find the supply list, measurements, and instructions for this project. There'll be a PDF tutorial you can download. I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the red box under the video. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed creating this project. Stay safe and stay healthy.